showdown in Genoa City. It's Abbott versus Newman.
Again.
With a quick
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take2 Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey,
Good evening,
good
everybody.
evening.
I'm
Welcome to Take Two
David
Radio Soap.
Take Two Radio Soaps in Review, and with me we have our special cast with us. I want to give a special shout out, one, to this show who has been on the air for 7 years as of November 10th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
That deserves a big round of
Thanks to
applause
Pam
out
and-
there, guys.
Yeah, thanks to Pam and Dawn for starting it. And I want to give a special shout out to you guys. First, I want to miss the queen of the group, who is missing because she's with company. I want to give a shout out to Miss Carolyn from, I think the date was September 24th, 2015. She has been with us. So 4 years for Miss Carolyn, celebrating an anniversary. Miss Candice.
Number.
Miss Candice, this week, I think this day, marks your 2nd year with us.
Yeah, it's today.
Candice,
it
girl.
is today. Hey.
Yes, it is. And Sir Anthony, yours is coming up on the first week in December for 2 years.
Nice.
Yay.
Well.
Yep.
Our terrible twos. Let's do it.
Terrible twos. And you remember when you came on?
Yeah, I remember when we came on.
I remember.
When you came on, we had that book giveaway.
Yep, and I won both of them.
Yeah. That was Anthony's first day.
Really?
When we
Yeah. And we had a slightly different show then.
Yeah.
But it was an instant connection of personalities between, the 3 of us that are here tonight. Of course, Pam. Of course, Carolyn. And it's definitely been a adventure in the best of all ways possible. We like to consider ourselves the most socially responsible of the blogs, of the podcasts out there. And to this day, we've kept that message going, and we've gotten some really amazing feedback from the guests that have come on, from some of the storylines that we just know have been, if not full unaffected, tweaked by things that we've discussed here. And quite honestly, I'm so very proud to come here twice a month, and during what we call our vacation season, when we've got guests coming at us left and right, sometimes 4, 5, and even 6 times in a month. So, yeah.
And with me, everybody knows I love talking about soaps, in case you haven't figured that out yet.
You do.
This platform has given me the opportunity to interview people that I never thought I would interview. I still remember my first interview. It was with Austin Peck. Hi, Austin. And that was fun. But, like you said, Anthony, this podcast, there's many podcasts out there that talk about soaps. And each one of them is unique in their own unique way. This podcast is such a hoot. Like you said, twice a month, sometimes maybe more, depending on when it goes. But it's always fun to come and talk to you guys and share our opinions. And we don't all have the same opinions, and that's fine, but we all can agree on one thing: we respect this genre, and we want this genre to survive, both online and network. So I just want to give a shout out to you guys for allowing me to come on and have a big mouth. There you go.
Well, before we dive into some of the big topics we want to talk about this evening, let's first congratulate Miss Candice for some amazing things that you've done over the last couple of months. Let's remind our listeners about your red carpet experience. Jump back a little further about your, shall we call it, guest starring role. And of course, there is the spanking that never happened.
No, it did not. It did not. So, everybody, in all honesty, like I really wish there was a time machine, because I would go back and talk to the 7-year-old and the 17-year-old who, the 6-year-old, the 7-year-old had remember the Fisher Price microphone? You guys remember that had the light, like you will make applause and stuff like that? And
it had that tiny little wire.
And I'm not afraid to admit it, but I used to pretend that I was on the red carpet. I used to pretend of, at the Emmys, I would always get dressed up in my Easter outfit and pretend to be with Barbie and them, and pretend to give out the awards in their acceptance speech. And then the 17-year-old, left her junior prom early to find out if Susan Lucci wanted her Emmy or not. That's dedication, you guys. That is dedication, to leave your prom, because I didn't really want to go to the after prom party, to find out. This year, I'm gonna cry, because this is like one of those moments where dreams do come true. Some of you guys know that I do, another podcast. I think I can say that. You guys know, y'all know my big mouth, and was nominated, and it was the first time being nominated. I don't know what to expect. I didn't know. We went to, it was the Capital City Web Awards, created by Anthony Anderson from Anacostia. You guys check that out on Amazon. And we was nominated, and I can't put into words the experience, because it did seem out of body. I can tell you one thing, though. I seriously say this all the time. For those who go to the daytime Emmys and stuff, I now feel your pain, because you have to go on a diet, even though I didn't really go on a diet, to fit into the outfit, which, I had to spend, seriously, up until the last week, figure out what I wear. It was just like this show. It's one of those, is this really happening? Is this really happening? Is this my life right now? So that was the experience, and the best part is you can still see it on YouTube. So I know I'm not crazy, and I have yet to look at it on YouTube.
I don't know if it was that experience, Miss Candy, or if it was having a beautiful guest moment of your own, or if it was this show, or as I like to suspect, it's your just general personality. You also got a really amazing opportunity to pay it forward this year to a fan out there.
I did.
And that was amazing.
I mean, like I said, one of the things about this daytime genre, this community, we all have grown up watching these shows, and we take away some lessons from it, My thing is that, and the thing is that, look, we're not all born rich. If we were, trust and believe, it probably would be crazy too.
We'd all go to Memphis for GH if we were.
Right. But no, I mean, the thing is that, like I said, we all want to do our part to make this world a better place. And sometimes if you've gone and you've had experiences so many times, it's sometimes nice to give that another person who may not be blessed as you that opportunity. And that's what I did, and I still hear about it, and I actually ever post a picture later. I'm going to post it because my friend finally sent it to me of her Steve Burton cutout.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure the listeners are chomping at the bit for what we could call our A storyline. But I think, like any good soap, we should put that right before the commercials and maybe start out with a little bit of the soap Twitter drama that's been going on in the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, really. But don't worry, listeners. We're going to get to Days of Our Lives. We will be getting to Salem this evening.
We tackled that on the last show pretty good.
But there's I
there's
heard.
Been more.
I heard, but there's been more.
There's
a whole lot more. But
more than what Freddie came out with?
It's it's more with that. The digital series, ratings, and wait a minute, GH fans, hold up, look. You want to know how this show has changed? I mean, I've always said, GH, me and GH, we had our stuff, GH has some news of their own that shocked everybody. People passed out when they heard it. It was like,
I haven't heard it yet, so.
Okay, we'll get
Go
to
ahead.
that. But yeah, we should get to as the soap Twitter turns.
We sure should.
I got so. Anthony, you want to start or you want me to start it off?
Okay, what soap you want to begin with?
You know what? Let's let David go. David, what is the biggest soap Twitter grievance you have at the moment? Let's call it. Let's be as polite as we can in this in this positive podcast.
I have to be honest with you. I'm not really following it too much. The last one was about all that Days commotion about everyone thought they were getting canceled. But I got on to Candice's Periscope, I think was yesterday, and there is something about women of color in daytime being represented properly.
That
ding, 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 ding.
Yep. Okay.
I'm so glad you said that, David. And Candice, I know you are raring to go.
I checked this for myself, and because someone posted it, and Chloe did take her Twitter off.
Yeah.
She's no longer on Twitter.
I'm going to try.
I saw that. I had to believe.
Yeah.
I didn't follow it all, but I know I know that was a bone of contention, but I didn't realize it was getting so heated.
I'm going to do what I always do in this moment, and I am going to remind and plea and recriminate all in the same sentence. This and all situations is happening over a set of cyberspace. It is not reality. And even though it is not reality, the people that are behind these screen names have families, have children, have mothers, spouses, brothers, sisters. And so you don't have to like what someone may be working with, working for, working towards. You don't have to like their general persona, but you don't have the right, morally speaking, to take that feeling and turn it into a bullying, harsh war of words that cannot be taken back, and that will always be out there, and that not only affects the person you're directing it towards, but everyone else in their life.
Yep.
That's
absolutely.
what I want to say about this situation because people have gotten ugly, nasty, and disgusting. And we have 4 shows left on the air, and as we all just experienced a jolt of absolute panic and fear that one of them may have been sent to the soap graveyard, we have a responsibility to try to lift, to try to help, to try to push forward. Candice, take it away, girl.
Okay. All right. So, again, this is one of those things where I always preach about soap Twitter, how fans, need to do this and everything. But I have to kind of say, and I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, I think, that it goes both ways. I'm pretty sure that everybody saw what Camilla wrote. And the reality is that it is true. It's one of those topics that, some people may feel uncomfortable talking about, but it is 2019. And this shouldn't even be, it's still a topic. There's no way around it. What I will say is that, she was asking a question. She wanted clarification to find out if this was true or not. And in the tipsy, people were saying, this would, for supporting, there's been, women of color being represented, Vanessa Marcel, Debbie Morgan. But nobody's really, and it's kind of crazy when you think about it for a lead actress. And then it made people think back to a lot of people who should have been. And it's always, look, some of these award shows, let's be real for a second, is a popularity contest. And it does feel that way. Instead of what the awards are supposed to. It's supposed to honor the talent of these men and women who give us everything during daytime, nighttime, Broadway movies. We all know the deal. Okay.
Let's be real for a second. Debbie Morgan got it.
Should have been lead
in a supporting character.
Right.
She could have and should have walked away with it at least twice in her career as a leading actress.
Oh, yeah.
There are certain CBS actresses that were just completely snubbed and never even nominated for stellar, phenomenal.
Can I name one? There was actually, when everybody was like, on Twitter posting, some names and stuff, I did see the one name that I definitely agreed with. And I think everybody knows that from Bold and Beautiful, Carla Mosley. I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Go back further, Guiding Light, Amelia Marshall. Y'all may know it's Jilly Grant.
Yes, Jilly Grant.
Tamara Tooney, who played Jessica on As the World Turns. We can go, and of course Victoria Raoul. There is people on ABC it's like to the point that, some people was like, well, it's going all cross boards. I said, no, sweetie. I said, you have representation from lead actors supporting for the guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you. A. Martinez was a lead actor in 1990. Okay?
Yep.
He won that. He was the first ever to do so, whatnot. There's been other people down the line, obviously, Monty Sharp and, David Lager and stuff like that. You can name representation of ethnic backgrounds for the lead, for supporting and lead actor. But when it comes down to the women, it does feel different and awkward. Again, we're in 2019, and look where we're still this has been an ongoing thing. And that's why I said I commend Camilla Bannis for bringing it to attention, but other people have also brought it to attention before her. It's just what started it was she was inquiring if that was true or not. And then somehow, some way, when you hit retweet comment and you can put your comment on there, and this is what I'm going to say, and it goes to 2 people. I'm not going to say no. Well, obviously, we already mentioned one person, but the other person. Read the original tweet first, and then figure out what they're talking about before you put a spin on it. Because sadly, now that you said what you said, you know, that you were part of the judging, now that makes people inquire, okay, what's the real story now? Like, since you put it out there, you can't take it back. Yes, you can delete, but guess what? It's so funny about technology. People can snapshot the comment and can carry that on. That comment will always live in infamy on Twitter, Facebook, Insta, Snapchat, I don't know what else, Periscope, I don't know. You have to be careful. And not only that, but now some of your fans, and see, that's the thing. When you say something,
some of your fans
it opens a can of worms.
Of color.
And some not only that, but are kind of disgusted right now. Because the thing is, and even I'm going to even say it's for all women, because, you know, look, I was stunned to see what she had wrote. And then I was like, okay, let me see how this led up to this. Because, again, like I said, it could have been, you know, somebody had tweeted and, you know, it could have been misleading. It could have been. But then I thought about it. I said, no, you should read the original tweet before you make that comment. Because now that you said that you were part of the judging, that gives us more of an insight. So you know what's going on. So now we want to know the real truth. Like, now it makes you wonder, like, okay, how come Carla, you know, those 2 years, how come she wasn't nominated? You know, I will never forget that, because I was like, wait a minute, how come Carla isn't? Then you guys think about, you know, all of those beforehand who is like, okay, were they even up for pre-nomination and nobody submitted, you know, nobody voted for them to go through? It now makes you really question the judging system now. And you took a cowardly move. I'm being honest now. You don't face. My thing is, look, like you said, Anthony, we can all hide behind our keyboards. We can hide behind our keyboards because we don't have to. But here's the difference between us versus her. She has friends and family who saw that tweet and it's like, really? Did you put it out there? She has to go to another job. She has to go back to General Hospital. You don't think nobody's going to ask her about that tweet? You don't think people are now going to investigate or you know, when the pre-nomination list comes out in next month, I mean, not next month, but in January, and then when the final nominations come out, you don't think people are going to question, like, let's just be real for a second. If Camilla goes through, right, now we all know that's talent. We know Camilla is talented as I don't know what. But now it's going to be that question of, oh, did y'all vote for her because of the controversy? Or did you do it because of her
and the quality
talent?
of her work? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What I'd like to invite our listeners to participate in as a cap to this portion of the conversation. I don't do much political posting, and you guys know, as far as my soap posting is concerned, I only post verifiable facts and opinion that can be verified through action space, so on and so forth. At this point, you know, going after the original tweet or any of the subsequent reply tweets serves no purpose. Let's spin this back to hashtag Daytime Emmys, where it belongs. But in doing so, let's ask
not at the person
question.
itself.
No, but not even the person, the situation, so on and so forth. Let's ask the original question in a positive and respectful manner. The ceiling for salaries, the ceiling for people of color, the ceiling for so many things has been questioned, knocked on, but it hasn't been broken. I will give Days of Our Lives so much credit for breaking the barriers in so many different ways, including interracial storylines, including suicidal storylines, including taking their gay characters from stereotypical and almost, just barely peeking out of the closet to, hey, I'm going to do a cha-cha dance across the screen, and I'm going to blackmail the town's hottest baddie into my bed. But I'm digressing. What I'm suggesting and asking going forward is, let's turn this into asking the daytime Emmys to seriously reevaluate their opinion, standpoint, stance, and system, not only on this one specific issue, but on all the inequities that have persisted year after year after year after year. Whew, sorry.
I just want somebody to explain to me. I need the new president of the National Arts and Science of the Academy to really break down, because it's like, to me, I mean, look, I watch the Emmys. Y'all know that's Christmas for me. It's the daytime Emmys. I'm like, I'm so excited and stuff like that. And yeah, there is times where, and this is, please don't take this like, it is the same old people every single year. And hey, that's fine, because they can bring it. There are some people who they can do it year after year. But then there's like I said, the year that I thought that Carla was going to be nominated, and when she wasn't, it was like, what?
Honestly, this idea has been floated, and I don't want to claim credit for it, but I had floated this idea about 3 years ago when we weren't even sure we were going to have a daytime Emmy, period. Let alone bringing it to a digital casting,
right,
so on and so forth. The daytime Emmys can go back and reverse some of the damage. There's only 4 of the dramatic categories, and then we have a couple of little digital categories, which is wonderful. But they can take some time to highlight outstanding soap opera moments in Carla Mosley, Tamara Tooney, Judith Light, of course. You'd want to highlight that performance. My God, there's millions of them. But actually, instead of doing a montage of, oh, look at this, and then it was Luke and Laura's wedding, and then and then it was Susan Lucci, then it was Tina coming down the falls, and so on and so forth. Bring some of our beloved moments and the people that created those moments to the stage, and make sure that your diversity range in doing so speaks to everyone.
That's well put.
Yeah, I just feel as though, like, now, because like I said, this isn't the first time that this has been brought up, and it's just, to me, with the daytime Emmys, look, the daytime Emmys will never be the same again. I mean, it won't be, because it does feel like, I mean, and I was joking about this too. I had said, after a certain point, I'm going to say probably early 2000s, probably before 2010-ish, the daytime Emmys was still on that path of honoring the talent and being diverse. I mean, there was times that, people thought this person should have won and it went to this person. But I joke because, first and foremost, I was trying to make sense of, trying to get some kind of lighthearted laughter out of it. And I've always said the daytime Emmys have been a popularity contest.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, GH still holds the record for most wins for best drama series. I mean, and then you think about Erica Slade's Egg and Tony Gary and such like that. And it's just, is one of those reality moments that, like some people said, it's been around. Oh, this has been going on since the 70s when Al Freeman Jr. won. Okay? So this isn't something new. And the thing is, it's not only in daytime set, it's also in motion pictures. You know, Michelle Williams spoke about it during the Oscars. Stage, music. It's one of those topics that, people like Camilla should have said something, and I'm not saying on Periscope, I am proud of her for saying it. This is where we're at.
Just a few years ago, Gina Rodriguez highlighted it when she was, on stage for Jane the Virgin. And she did it in a very classy way, and it sparked a lot of conversation. And, this is a moment where the conversation can be taken in a positive and strong step forward, if done with good intentions and done the right way. But I think we can probably banter back and forth about this for the rest of the show. And I would like to invite our listeners, one, to, of course, start hashtagging Daytime Emmys and ask the questions. But also, please hit us up on our personal and our show pages with what you think about this topic and, maybe what you'd like us to discuss 2 weeks from now. Candice, you tease.
Yep.
And I know David doesn't know, and I know he's eagerly awaiting, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're talking about. So our listeners must be eagerly awaiting. Why don't you take us through what I know you're about to take us through? General Hospital.
Okay. So first and foremost, I got to give GH some credit because everybody who knows me says I always come down hard on GH, and I really don't. I just know that the show can be so good. I just know it. So, say what you want. It must be some kind of new mojo, which it is because Dan O'Connor's on there. But in the last couple of weeks, they brought back certain characters that fans have been saying, without spoiling it, it's been like casting Thursday surprises. So we got Cassidy back. We got Brooklyn back, right? There was a rumor that this person was coming back. And Lord knows everybody was like, no, this person ain't coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, as of last Thursday at exactly 2:35 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time, Entertainment Weekly announced that the one, the only, Jane Elliott is coming home. She's back. She was filming, a.k.a. Tracy Quartermain is home.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to set it up. And it's Tracy. It's Tracy. Yep. GH is rebuilding the Quartermains, and they're doing with the Cassidons. This, you know what, GH, hats off to you.
They're turning the corner.
Go. All right.
Like, you're doing it right.
Right there. Let's take this moment. Please, everyone, join me.
Yeah.
And now I would like to ask our listeners, let's let Miss Jane Elliott have her moment of glory. This does not hearken a secret return of Anthony Geary as much as I would not only wet myself, I think I might actually have a backdoor accident if the two of them walked in together. I really would, and it would be probably, really disgusting and smelly. But I digress. This is not the secret surprise of the millennium. Let's let Jane have her moment of glory because this is one of the biggest returns in soap history.
Yeah. Because she was retired.
And she's doing it just as much for the love of her character, for the love of the show, but she's doing it for you guys.
Yep, she's doing it for us.
All right.
That I knew. I knew about Jane, but I thought, is there something else that I'm missing?
I don't think that this is even close to dramatically close to that news, but everybody knows that Rebecca Budig is yet again leaving the canvas.
Yep. Yeah. I knew that part.
Yep. You knew that Tamara Braun is gone.
Tamara Braun is gone.
The rumors are not true. Kathleen Gaddy will continue to be continuing to play Dr. Obrecht. She's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I would hope not. Well,
so y'all can stop, like the Twitter and Facebook world loves to periodically kill our beloved Betty White,
What? Wait a minute,
Eminem.
What?
Yeah,
hold up.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to do that again. No.
Every couple of months they're off on Betty.
Betty is in a bubble with Bob Barker, Morgan Freeman, and them. Y'all stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And periodically they like to send out these fake soap. What do they call them? Casting shockers.
Oh.
But Kathleen Gaddy is not going anywhere. She actually returned my direct message yesterday, and she laughs it off. She's very happy playing Liesel, and as much as they will use her and her availability, she is glad to be able to go and do other projects, as are we, hashtag Mermaid for Christmas, hashtag Mermaid for Christmas, hashtag Mermaid for Christmas. If you haven't seen it.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of, real quick, I just want to put this out there. This is a little plug. As we all know, last week we interviewed Michael Caruso and Kyle Lauder. And you guys remember, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, I must be psychic, because I thought it was available for Prime members. And even if you weren't a Prime member, you could still watch it. And, what's that? Well,
yeah, you
can do it now. If you're a Prime member, you can watch the movie, and if you're not a Prime member, you can get the movie for 30 days, like get a 30-day free trial. So I thought I'm psychic. How did I know that was going to happen? I don't know. I'm psychic. But yeah, check out Mermaid for Christmas. I'm psychic, and leave a review. There might be a sequel, maybe, if we leave enough reviews.
Well, I have an interesting bit, and I, of course, am drawing out getting to the Jay's conversation to keep you guys chomping at the bit. I have a piece of Bold and the Beautiful news that I think will please the fans. A couple of weeks ago on this show, we lamented at the fact that Vincent Irizarry was not going to be used any further.
I was heated.
Right.
Dr. Jordan, blah, 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 blah. And he, with the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And we were saddened by the fact that the Cad, the incomparable, the wonderful
Daytime Emmy Award winner over at General Hospital was gone in the blink of an eye. That it was some tea stunt casting that was leaving us panting, and I gotta say the accent that he affected had me riveted. It was Tad's voice with this smarmy sleaze. I was riveted. I loved the interplay with him and Nell. I loved the interplay with him and Scotty. I wanted more. Well, guess what? We get more.
You got it.
Bold and the Beautiful. The Bold and the Beautiful has listened to their fan base, and we will be seeing some more of Vincent Irizarry. Round of applause.
Excellent.
Thank you, America.
Thank you, soap fans, for being vocal, for getting out there in a positive manner in these two instances, and helping us keep people and characters that were barely scratched, the surface was barely scratched, giving a little bit more life and seeing where we can possibly highlight and bring them further and further into the fold.
Yeah. Anthony, can I tell you something?
Absolutely.
Real quick. sorry for cutting you off, but I just want to thank my mail carrier because all of those letters to CBS were my pictures of what Brooke and the doctor would look like and what Katie and the doctor would look like really worked. So thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. And again, we don't want to be preachy, but with everything that's gone on in the last couple of weeks, these are two very, very positive examples of how when we approach the soap world the right way, we do have the power and enough influence to garner things that we'd like to see happen, i.e., coming back to the Bold and Beautiful in a much stronger capacity.
Oh my gosh, I might get him and Brooke and him and Kate. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cry. Excuse me.
All right, David, Candice, before we go to the main topic, does anybody else have anything interesting they'd like to discuss?
Yeah.
Nope. You do?
I do. It goes back to soap Twitter. I'm gonna just say this. Well, it actually ties into today's, so I guess that's gonna be a bridge to go. As we all know, Days has been very popular in the news lately. Starting out with something that I don't think. And here's the thing, I don't think a lot of people knew. I think that's what the shock was, and some people did know that they were going to go originally on a 4-month hiatus. I think some
people knew about the hiatus.
Well, I'm saying a lot of people. Some people didn't. Some people didn't know about the 4-month hiatus, and some people did. That's that's the way social media works. And the thing is that
there are a lot of fans out there that do not understand the production and of the business, and how Days has been revolutionary in some ways, and in some ways they may have overshot and overbit things. But it's not the soap fan job to know when they're taping and when it's going to air and so on and so forth. So when things like that come to light, it is a shock. And it is the perfect example for lesser known soap entities out there. Soaps. I won't mention any by name, but to capitalize on the fears and disgruntled feelings of soap fans to get themselves some quote unquote screen time.
I can't say the website name.
Girl, you can do whatever you like.
I dragged them on Twitter. So here's the deal. When it came out that Tuesday, it was that Monday Tuesday. It was tvline.com, okay? I want to put this out there. And the way they headed it, that made people fear, like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on? For soap fans, this was like a flashback to when ABC canceled those rumors about All My Children and One Life to Live. CBS fans, the score with Gone Light and As the World Turns, and of course, Another World. So some people didn't understand that. They was like, wait, how can you let the whole cast and crew go? And from a business standpoint, and I said this, it would make sense. If you're not going to work for 4 months, why am I going to pay you when we need to save money? And that's how I said it. And I said, wait a minute. I said, don't get overworked. And, of course, you have other outlets, TMZ, People, MSNBC, the local news here in Baltimore even picked it up. I was like, whoa. And then, thank God, last week, before they finished the day, Ken Corday had announced that the show has been renewed, which it's sigh of relief because NBC usually don't announce the renewals until like between February and April. So, but they were doing a little bit early renewals and stuff. And, people were happy, it was like, okay, sigh of relief.
But Candice, I'm gonna just interject for 1 second.
Okay.
they couldn't. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon that they could have announced it the day after, so on and so forth. No soap world, they could not, because the ink was not dry on the production deal. There's a certain entity that will no longer be involved in Days of Our Lives, and the production deal for the remaining company had not been signed. So no, they could not legally have announced it. And had people jumped the gun, it would have put the deal that was on the table in jeopardy.
Exactly. And just to backtrack too, is that there is still a lawsuit happening right now. Both parties are trying to work something out. The thing is that we also don't know what the terms of this renewal is. That's between Corday Productions and NBC, because as of today, they finished August of 2020. I know, that's ridiculous. I know. And, people were fearing about all that.
Or tomorrow it ends. Tomorrow there.
Is it tomorrow? I thought it was today.
Tomorrow. Freddie's Wednesday before. Freddie's until Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
So here's another, and I said this is a reality check, is that, there's going to be renegotiating contracts now, right? And I say this to not put any fear, but the reality is that, like Freddie Smith said, they knew since the summer.
They knew since the summer.
People have bills to pay. Hopefully everybody got a savings account. But some people probably took on other projects because they didn't know what was going to happen. Here's what I'm going to say as a fan. I hope everybody gets a bonus. You see what I'm saying? Nice. But I also understand, money's tight. Money is tight in this genre. This isn't like the 80s. So hopefully nobody gets screwed. Hopefully they value each and every cast member just like we did.
Listen,
Days is doing things.
NBC has been in trouble on and off for the last 15 years. There are certain actors and actresses who have storied out there, who have taken pay cuts. I'm going to use one very big, famous example, and I'm going to go into nighttime because I don't want to highlight one person over another in the daytime world. I'm going to go into the nighttime world. Mariska Hargitay, the leading lady of leading ladies, the longest running leading character, female leading character in a nighttime television series, period, not only didn't take a raise quite a few years in a row, but took a pay cut to keep her show in budget where NBC would renew it again, and again. That woman makes less now than she made in 2008-9. And the show is phenomenal, and it has been renewed yet again.
That was the first show that got renewed.
It's
for 2 seasons.
Already. The
2 seasons
running nighttime dramatic series has now been renewed yet again. Grey's Anatomy, keep your eye, because y'all can keep it running too. But I digress.
No. It's time for Grey's to go. Sorry. Thinking as a fan. Sorry. I love you guys. Yeah, unless they do the crossover with GH.
If certain characters, I'll call them actors, actresses, feel that they cannot take pay cuts, then we will wish them the best in their future endeavors, and hopefully that they will decide to grace our screen in limited appearances here and there and so on and so forth. But I have a feeling, and I'm sure you have the same feeling, Candice, that ain't nobody really going anywhere in this group, in the group that we currently have in Salem right now. Ain't nobody going anywhere.
I mean, okay. I want to believe that. You know, in my heart, I really want to believe that. And there's about 20 people that I can rest assured, and I'll be like, yup, ain't going nowhere. But half of me thinks that some may not, and I want to be wrong. But the talent that this cast has
is awesome.
You don't think other people? This is why I kept saying what Ken Corday was doing, what NBC, Sony, and all of them was doing, mostly Corday Productions, was risky.
Was a risky
as
move.
Hell.
Absolutely.
It was risky. You already take August of 2020 without even knowing if you're going to be renewed or not. You don't know if Sony and everything is going to be kumbaya, thank you, Lord. And then you pull this move. And this is one of those times where, as a soap fan, you know, I'm like, please, dear Soap Jesus.
Sweetie, though,
sure
honestly, the move, think about it. The move really paid off. And if we lose a Chandler Massey or a Camilla Bannis or, God forget me, but even of course, you know, even a DJ Hall, the sentence that you just said is what ensures that we're still going to tune in. The cast is that talented that even if we lose, God forbid, I'm knocking, y'all hear the knock?
Don't say it.
You know, even if we lose a Miss Deidre Hall, the show will go on. The show will go on. And right now, you know, I will definitely do another round of applause to the Days fans out there who kept the conversation and showed point blank how much we want, need, and demand our show. We demand our show. It is not time, you know, it is not time to jump into the grave.
Well, let me just put this out there. This is one of those times when, you know, people was talking about Days of Our Lives and stuff like that. This is why I say this, out of all the genres out there, the sports genre, the film genre, the music genre, this is why I constantly say that the daytime genre, especially the soap genre, is the best group of fans. We may not all agree on everything, but the one thing we agree on is that if one soap goes, that's going to be the end of a dynasty. Days of Our Lives, since 2008, has always been the soap that always was put up for cancellation. There was cancellation rumors here and there. In 2009, and Anthony, you might remember this, when that then president of NBC was at the upfront, and somebody asked him about Days of Our Lives, and his direct quote was, "I don't see Days of Our Lives lasting past 2010. Well, you're out of a job. This show is still on. So I'm just going to put it like that. The thing is that one of the things when it was renewed, and I retweeted it as much as I could, you saw people from other shows
congratulating
them. You saw the biggest one was Young and the Restless official Twitter account. And I'm not saying this because, you know, I like, you know, but that showed respect. That showed everybody respects this genre, whether you think they don't or not. There may have been two people, but But everybody, I mean, you had people who aren't even soaps anymore. You had Jessica Collins. You had Robin Strasser. You had, you know, all these people. And then you had like Nancy Lee and Laura Wright and John McCook. And I'm just like, I was literally tearing up. I might have had something in my eye. But that shows you the respect that the actors, actresses, the camera crew, the writers have for each other. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And not only that, I'm just gonna say this. Now that it's been renewed, and now that it actually won the ratings and all that stuff, NBC, you got a big job to do. Promote the damn show.
Absolutely.
Promote it like it's Law and Order.
Absolutely.
January is the new streaming service. Peacock, NBC. You got all these shows, Friends, The Office, and stuff. You better have Days of Our Lives up in that joint.
Yep.
Well, let's tackle one supposed rumor and then list the facts of what's going on with Days before we jump into or move into actually recapping Days of Our Lives. As some of you and most of you at this point know, they're launching their second digital series. It is the last flash to the past. If Chad and Abby in Paris is anything to gauge by, and it sure is, this is going to be a lot of fun. Part of the production deal is there are on the table right now 2 more digital series that will, not might be, that will be produced through the 2021 season. So all in all, there are 4 that we'll have. Chad and Abby, this new one, and 2 more. And if all goes as we like it to go, they will actually release the last of them as a streaming web series of its own.
Nice.
An actual spin-off to Days of Our Lives. So I plead, and I will be pleading quite a while on this every couple of shows. I plead with you, if you're a soap fan, period, especially if you're a Days fan, but if you're a soap fan and you care about the outlets to save and continue to keep our shows going, this is the best and most innovative approach in years, if not ever. Check it out, even if you are not a fan of Days of Our Lives. Give the support, give the numbers, give the feedback, so on and so forth, and let the powers that be know that this is what we want to see happen. We are excited by this, and let's, General Hospital, young and definitely not so restless right now. Bold and absolutely fabulously beautiful. Pay attention. So that rumor that's the fact of that rumor. It is absolutely renewed. Who and when resigns, we will let you know in upcoming podcasts.
Yep. They go back in January instead of April now.
Yep.
That's another bonus. They thought they were going to have. Hey, I know someone was like this. We had a cruise plan, but nope. Y'all, the only time they're missing is December. If you think about it, they're going to miss December, and they're coming back like mid-January instead of April. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. We have to get going on the soaps there, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
since we're in Salem,
we have an hour.
Since we're in Salem, we might as well stay there.
Yes.
The time jump has definitely sparked a whole host of interesting storylines. Dum. How did Will kill Adrian? Dum.
Yeah.
How Justin Kayla what? Justin Kayla what?
Ned and Catherine.
Justin and Kayla what?
Ned and
That's
Catherine.
what Jennifer said.
What? Yeah, I love that. Nuns on the run.
Nuns on the run.
That has to be the most creative of the twist so far. Just one thing, Ron. It's 6 months, so we can't get it even if we wanted to. But why did you bring Susan? Why didn't you give us some Susan? I mean, that woman loves to work. She don't mind playing 3, 4, 5 non-characters. Why didn't you bring Susan? Sorry, that was just my own personal rant. But Nuns on the Run, my God, kudos, credit. Not really feeling the Ben behind bars storyline. It just is not emotionally resonating. It is for you, girl.
No, I agree. And I know some look. I know some fans are out there who like Finn and Sierra, and y'all know where I stand at. But I agree. This is sort of, I do feel as though, okay, it's the same. It's just now Sierra has more of a she has something going on besides helping Ben out.
Yep,
she's working at Titans, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yes. Okay. I'm on the tip of my fanny about the new Manny. Yes, I did wait an hour. I did wait an hour to say I'm sitting on the edge of my fanny about the new nanny. Okay.
Oh,
hold on, I'll be right back.
Ron,
you keep it up.
I know we're 6 to almost 8 months now ahead, but work out some kind of deal. Work out some kind of deal and bring us back some crazy Claire. Just that little splash reminded me.
I know something about that. I got news.
Ahead, girl.
Okay. I feel like I'm really special here. So if anybody saw the like the anniversary, like it was a party and everything, it was for the anniversary of the show. And if you saw the cast photo, you probably saw some familiar faces. She was one of them. So I have a funny feeling Homegirl is back taping because somebody else's face was there too, and we already knew that this person was already back. And yeah. So yeah. So look out. May, I'm gonna say May is maybe when we'll see that person. We might see Crazy Claire.
Okay.
Plus our show got canceled.
I heard that the jump is through February, but that's it. I heard something about
permanent.
the jump.
This is
the jump is permanent.
David, it's permanent. Yeah, they ain't going back.
Yeah.
No, it's permanent.
This is
unless it's the biggest.
I heard something about February. They put February in for some reason.
David, I know what you're referring to, and it's one of those websites that likes to take a little piece of truth and spin it into, Lord only knows.
I can't remember where I saw it.
Yeah, but no. This is permanent. Ron said this is not a J.R. Ewing, meaning this is not a Bobby Ewing. This is not a dream. This is really happening. This is permanent. This isn't like saying elsewhere. Thank you, Ron, for actually responding to that tweet when I said it, too. He was like, how do you know about that? I don't know. But, yeah, this is the new reality of Salem. This is the reset to Days of Our Lives.
The reset button.
Yep.
And they've reset historically many times over the years. They've done it with serial killing. They've done it with an island where the serial killing never actually happened. They rebooted a Horton Square. This, hands down, is the most creative reboot that I can remember. Not only in Days, in soap opera history in general. Ron, I'm not shooting you home. Come on our show and let's talk about it. Ron, we got history, boy. Come on, take the radio.
Here's
the only one who has pull with Ron is Candice right now. Right, Candice?
We don't want to tell everybody everything. We'll talk later too. But here's the thing. Look, I'm going to just say this real quick. I know that there was some talk about this time jump because, respectfully, As the World Turns, All My Children, and Gone Light did do a time jump for their finales and the beginning of the reboot of All My Children. Days of Our Lives is the only soap that has continually done it. This is not a dream. This is not a, moment. This is actually the first. Days does get that credit of being the first soap to continually do the storyline.
Oh, to continue.
Yes.
Yeah, because like I said, look, I was joking when I said it, like how Gone Light at the end of their show jumped a year.
Yeah.
And how As the World Turns jumped a year, and when All My Children came back, it was a reboot 5 years later. But, the thing is that it ended, 2 shows ended the next day. We didn't go to the next day in the time jump or whatnot. Days is the first to do
That's
so.
true.
So, yeah, there you go. Continue, Anthony.
And cool, kudos all around. The interesting twists and turns that they've given us. Kudos for keeping under wraps exactly. Nobody knew until Jennifer woke up. Most people didn't even suspect when she went into the coma that she was going to be the one to wake up, and boom, it's a year later. Kudos to the fact that they worked in the most iconic at this point. At one point it might have been those old gates with the big white hospital.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. But right now, the most iconic piece of daytime iconery, like Sands Through the Hourglass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Kudos.
the hourglass.
Yeah, kudos to taking that nod and interestingly twisting it. Okay, they did a little bit of soap opera rewriting, but that's what they do. Kudos across the board.
Did you like
and
something
I don't
else
know.
that they did
I got
too?
something to tell you. I don't know if you've heard this. I don't know if you guys heard this, but I was listening to the Day of Days interviews, and one of them, from AfterBuzz. AfterBuzz was interviewing Missy and Mac. And they said they took her, Jennifer is a conduit for the time jump because she's experiencing it like everyone else is.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And to the fact that she is one of the original grandchildren of Tom and Alice.
Yep.
And they go back to when Mac and Frances were doing it. When Frances Reed started on Days of Our Lives, she was 52 years old. Melissa Reeves today is 52 years old.
There's another thing
it's
too.
like she's a parallel to Alice.
Well,
honestly, it was either her or Marlena. As far as, and if they put Marlena in one more coma, I think people, I think, yeah. So,
and that's the thing.
It was the most logical, the best, the most, emotionally invested. I wasn't
they
quite
passed the torch stuff.
Happy. Yeah, they absolutely did. I wasn't quite as fanatical about the lead up to it, but the fallout from it is phenomenal. They took a story that really looked like, for you, right though, girl, right? They took a story that had us kind of mind-boggling, like what the, hello, you doing so good? What are you doing now? And then boom, time jump. Oh, hey, yo, and there we go. David, your favorite part about the time jump? What has your fanny on the edge of the seat?
Right now, it's Eric, who is just finding out that Mackenzie is his little girl after a year's time.
All right. Candice, how about you?
That's easy. Wait a minute. I got all choked up talking about it. Xander, pretty much. Everything about him.
I am going to piggyback on that. Kudos, Ron, Days of Our Lives, Corday, and everybody else who has listened, who has paid attention, and who has spoon-fed us back exactly what we have been asking for. And that is a multi-dimensional Xander. And kudos on top. No, not only that, Xander himself, the character has become, it's not that cartoon carbon.
Exactly.
He's not a cartoon
now
anymore.
So many shades. Yes. But my
like
runner-up,
he's matured, and he's matured in a way that I mean, it's just, if any character, and I say this, like, I feel as though, okay, with this whole time jump, you now have material to actually play with, because, like you said, he was kind of that, cartoonish character with a nice chest, and I can say that. And now you have him. Yeah, now you have him. I mean, before the time jump, he was infatuated with Sarah, who wasn't giving him the time of day, and now he's playing the role of what he feels as though he will never be. He will never be like that, yo.
He's gone. He has jumped into leading man status.
True that.
He is now a lead actor of the show.
Yeah.
That's my round of applause.
There you go.
I would like to give a runner-up nod to, Patch. Patch is back.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of a rhyming Patch phrase, so just Patch is back.
That's a hashtag. That's going to be the hashtag tomorrow. Patch is back. Hashtag.
I'm very interested to see the fallout of that. I will yet again hope that it somehow springs an opportunity for Justin and Eve to revisit that chemistry. But I'd like to see it play out for a little while, though. I really would.
You don't like the Justin and Kayla stuff right now?
I like it. Hope that it's hopefully leading up to an end. How's that?
No! Oh my, no! You don't want to. Come on now, that's good soap right there.
No,
you know why I'm saying
good
that.
Soap. It's absolutely good soap.
You know why I want that build up. You know why I want Justin and Kayla. You know why. You don't know why, do you?
To push. No, I don't.
Yes, I do know why.
Off a balcony on a hospital.
Okay, here's the thing. All right, let me just, because I saw fans, when I say, there's a lot of things that Ron is doing. The one thing that I'm loving about it is getting fans to really just be like, oh my gosh, like losing their minds. Justin and Kayla was bound to happen. And Sammy Brady herself called it a few times. Lord knows, Ron, you paid attention to this. Kayla has been,
oh my God! Yes, Candice. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. One, Kayla has been left behind by her sweetness. Okay, and the thing is that technically it's been 2 years since she's had some loving. Justin just lost his wife. Okay, and grief and all that. And they've been friends for years, so it was bound to happen. Here's why I'm saying that I've been waiting for this. First and foremost, Wally and Mary Beth has amazing chemistry, and if you don't understand, go on YouTube right now and look up Ned and Catherine from General Hospital. One.
No, absolutely.
Two, the setup of having Justin and Kayla when Patch comes back, if that is really him, is going to give me more. I know this is turning to GH now, because, again, these three actors have so much chemistry with themselves. And I can't wait to see how Kayla is going to handle the story. This is going to be Kayla's story, okay?
Yes, right.
And it is going to be interesting to see, her reaction to Patch, if that's him, and how she's going to feel about Justin. Because now this is going to be an emotional storyline. It ain't about sex. It's about emotion. Go ahead, Ron. This is where the Agnes Nixon is coming through you. Go ahead, Ron.
Mm-hmm. And I think Ron wants to, in a way, purge himself of an earlier mistake, the Lucas, Adrian, Justin triangle. There were so many beats that could have been and should have been played there. And now with these three powerhouse personalities, I think he's going to be able to tell a few stories that he wanted to tell and didn't get the chance to tell through the Lucas, through that time period. So when I say I'm looking forward to the end, what I really should have said is I'm looking forward to the dramatic fireworks between who do I love? How do I love? How do I want to be loved? And, you know, as we all know in the soap world, nice guys not only finish last, but, you know, they finish, you know, being pushed off a boat, a cliff, you know, sometimes being shot. So the idea that Patch might come back and not get his sweetness really appeals to me. It does.
Mm-hmm.
However, anything that will keep Eve on the canvas also appeals to me. So,
True
just
that.
saying.
And
True
the
that.
thing is, I don't think Cassie is on contract there.
Well, nobody's on contract right now.
Nobody's on contract right now, baby.
I mean, no, during that time, I mean.
Well, I know that she's still going to be shown throughout the next couple of weeks. I know that she left.
We'll see her into February.
Yeah.
We'll see her into February. So, you know,
early March, maybe.
Hopefully they don't kill her. You know, I mean, how many times has she left and come back already? So, you know, just saying.
It might be open door. Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all a question. Anthony, I know you were crying when you found out about Haley.
I was sobbing. Does that sound believable? I was sobbing. Wait. All right. I'll try that one more time. Take 3.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, Brady. Wait a minute. Hold on. Anthony. Wait a minute. Hold on, Anthony. Wait. Anthony, I know you were upset about Haley's stuff. Haley.
Girl, I can't even discuss this.
We're here for you. We are here for you. We are here for you.
We're here.
We're here for you.
We're here.
Ooh, can I just say
that was one of the
shocks? You got anything more
before we go on to the next one?
Yes. I want to highlight something that was brought up, and, you know, Adrian did not volunteer, Judy did not volunteer, but did not mind being the one to go because she is very heavily invested in her other projects, and she can always come back as Bonnie. So, guys, you can let that one go, too. She's okay. She okay.
They needed to do some shockers, folks. This is why it's called soap opera. It's, you know, having her be the one, I'm just like, because now this creates angst for Sonny and Will, who, in my opinion, did not get any storyline last year. I mean, they were supporting in other roles. But this brings Sonny and Will kind of back up to the front a little bit. And it also brings, you know, Sonny and the new boo, who, you know, he asked for drinks. I'm just playing.
The Manny with a delicious fanny.
But he's also dangerous, so I'm questioning him. Who you working for? And then you got
Evan?
Will, who's Evan. We like to call him Hottie. Well, in Anthony's case, the Manny. So, because that's what he is. He's the nanny, David's nanny. But I call him Hottie.
Yeah.
Hottie with the dangerous plan. And then you got
Can
Will.
I just interject? He also comes from the same place where they sent Paul when Paul left.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, by the way, Shannon Mancy said that he wouldn't mind having Paul come back. I'm with you. Oh my God, that would be. Ooh, wait a minute. Never mind. I just thought of a storyline. But here's the thing. Now you got real quick. You got Ben, Clyde, and Will all in jail. First and foremost, Will and Ben in the same jail cell. I need for a flashback to show me how or who was first. And then
Yes.
I need to find out, like, if Ben was in there first and they brought Will in, I want to know the reaction to that. If it was Will first in jail, and like, I know that it's probably not on their list of flashbacks, but you have Will and Ben in the same jail cell, considering the fact that Ben killed Will. I'm just saying. And
twice.
Twice. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't, to me, I get it, you know, stranger things have happened, and then you got Clyde in there, and, that was another one. Jordan. Jordan died.
Yeah, Jordan.
But I don't think she's dead.
No, I don't think she's dead either. Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
All right.
And
We do have
yeah.
a lot
Other
of
shows
other interesting things to talk. Shows to talk about. Let's jump over to Los Angeles and the interesting things going on. Bold and the Beautiful.
Kudos to
Take
Bold.
it away, David.
Can we?
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead, Candice. Go ahead.
Well,
no, I'm saying kudos to Bold because
right.
Bold is still doing their thing, but they're kind of starting to slack.
They're doing their thing.
But Bold most improved soap of the year. There, I said it.
Yeah. No. Hands down. Hands down.
All right, Dave.
There's
what's
some
happening?
dirt between Ridge and Brooke. He just walked out on her today.
Aw, again.
Yeah, he left her. He didn't like. She was honest with him about, what Hope did, and he didn't like it. And that,
I'm sorry, the
he's
violinists
saying, well,
are
you're
on
saying
hiatus.
that he kept a secret, but here you kept a secret. So it was like back and forth with that. But he said you didn't come forward with me and tell me that before that what she almost did. And that's why he says, well, we're done. And it was a tearful goodbye. And he's moving on. He left her devastated.
Paging Dr. Jordan. We all know Brooke can't be lonely for too long. Paging Dr. Jordan.
Where's Thinking Sharp at? Where's Wilbur Jones III at? Where's Carter? What? I said that all out, didn't I?
Yeah, you
I
did,
said that
girl.
real
And
loud.
I could go. Yeah. I could go with that storyline too. I sure could. I want to piggyback on what you said. Absolutely, the most improved soap of the year. When the baby storyline had come to its height, and everybody found out, so on and so forth. The fear was, all right, what next? How are you gonna keep the momentum going? And speculation went in ravenous ways, but they have really turned this story around. I'd say about 3 times since the big reveal. With no end in sight. And thank you, Bold and the Beautiful. Thank you, Bell Dynasty, for understanding the fact that you need to allow the canvas to open up to more than just one news item. It's the city of Los Angeles. More than one thing is happening. Kudos to you for starting to recognize that and broad stroke the show a little bit.
Yep.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. And if Annika, and it's Annika, right? Or is it Anika?
Anika Noel. I call her Anika.
If she is not bombarded up to the nomination list, y'all will see me go soap Twitter. All kind of soap Twitter. Just saying. Hashtag Anika year. Hashtag, yeah. Okay. Candice, go ahead. What you thinking?
I totally agree. I mean, Anika, here's the thing. Look, Bold and Beautiful, let me just tell you about Bold. Bold and Beautiful in the last couple of weeks has been giving you Emmy-worthy performances. Besides Anika Noel, Matthew Atkinson, who plays Thomas. Say what you want about Thomas. This is the character you've been craving for, Bold and Beautiful fans. You've been waiting for a character like this. I don't care what you got to say. Like, oh, he's a Forrester. He would do stuff like that. Okay, have y'all checked the show out? Erica's done stuff. Ridge is. That's why this whole Ridge thing is so, like, really? You're going to get mad at Brooke? Again, if you've been a long-time fan of Bold and Beautiful like we have on the show, you know darn well Ridge has kept secrets, has done Brooke dirty for years too. Okay? And the thing is like today when I was watching it, I was like, you know what? The maturity between these two characters. Ridge was like, well, you kept a secret from me. And I felt like saying, and you kept kissing Quinn a secret from her. Like, you know, like, it's just certain things that, you know, you had to think about. And
back in the day,
you
kept the paternity from her. Just, you know,
you still got
nobody's forgotten.
And Ridge is the king of that. Ridge is the king of that because it wasn't that many moons ago that he kept Douglas from Thomas. So, you know, we're not going to go there because some people's like, well, you know, Ridge feels guilty about not being a father to Thomas and Stuffy. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. Brooke, on the other hand, look, I like Brooke and I can understand because, look, just like with Ridge, this is where I come in the middle. Both parents want to protect their child. You know, and parents do not want to believe everything about their child in a negative light. Yes, you know, Ridge does have blinders and, you know, like windshield wipers on, you know, and Brooke is saying stuff to Hope that is dismissed.
High school?
But at the end,
you could say it. High school?
But, well, no, it's not even that because it's like, again, it's like if you're a parent, you're going to try to come up with solutions to help your child out. In this situation, you know, I've heard people saying,
you're right, Candice, Yeah,
it's like, you know, some people are saying, well, Hope's too obsessed with Douglas. And I'm like, well, that's not on her. That's on Thomas. Thomas has implanted the fact that Hope is Douglas's mom. Douglas has always said Hope is my mommy. That was Thomas. The fact that Thomas also played on an emotional factor of a child who's lost their mother and a woman who's lost their child. That's the psychiatry of this, right? And of course, Hope feels the need. But I'm going to tell you what the missing point of this story is. You have all these people going after Douglas for the people that should be going after Douglas. I'll take Liam, Wyatt, and Bill for $500, Alex. Thank you.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Caroline is Bill's niece, okay? And that would make Caroline Wyatt and Liam's cousin, who she named the godparents, the godfathers. So Liam and Wyatt are Douglas's godfathers, right? Right, check this out. I'm waiting for the scene where Bill does say, you know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Douglas because he's a part of our family. And at the same time, even though see, this is what I want Bold and Beautiful to do. I need for somebody, Carter, to have a legit copy of the will of what Caroline requested for in case something happens, to give us some insight. Because that's another thing too, Bo. You need to give us some insight of Thomas and Caroline before Caroline quote unquote died. And hey, Lindsay,
and it's already a couple of days before Thanksgiving. So where is our Rick Meyer storyline that you teased us? When it coming? Thank you.
You did say
both
November
of those
sweep.
things need to be. Yeah, both of those
they said
things
November
need to be
sweep.
explained. They sure did.
Unless you're going to be there, because, you know, Bold and Beautiful is all new tomorrow. Is it Thursday they're going to be on? Wait a minute. Is it Thursday they're going to be on? Hold up. I got to check my book. Talk amongst yourself. Hold on.
GH is Thursday.
Wait a minute.
And they haven't been preempted that much. So go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. So, Bold and Beautiful will be on. Obviously, it was on yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Rerun on Thursday, not on Friday. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. I have the whole schedule down, so before the end of the show, we'll go over it real quick. Okay. But no, I mean, there is still some missing pieces that they need to do. Look, Bold and Beautiful, you don't do sweeps. I know that. Anthony knows that. David knows that. Our listeners knows that.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting at the end of this year, bam, we're gonna get. I know you, Bo. I trust.
Come on, Bo. Come on,
I
Bo.
know you ain't gonna let us down. Because look, Lindsay Godfrey is available, and she could probably do enough spot here and there as a ghost.
Some
or
flashback. Yep.
Flashback.
Flashback or some ghosts. Well, in the interest of time, as much as we could go on for another 10 minutes at least with Bold and the Beautiful, let's hop the red eye and jump right to Genoa City. And Candice, we know this is your baby, so take it on, girl.
Go ahead, honey. I missed it today. I miscalculated, so you take it.
I really wish I could really be pumped right now, but because Young and Restless is in such a state that I'm gonna try. So as many people may have heard or whatnot, today was Daniel Goddard's last episode as Kane, and boy was this like one of those moments. So let's backtrack for a minute there. So as we all know, Devon gave up his money.
Drew Kane. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you ain't right. So basically,
I know, I'm wrong. All shades are wrong.
You're wrong. All something wrong. So as we all know, Devon gave the money up per the wishes of Catherine to Kane. It's always been a question of what the hell, right? So we come to find out, Chance came back, boom, and, he was undercover and all that stuff. But he told everybody he doesn't know anything about this will thing. Like, he doesn't know nothing about an Amanda. He doesn't know anything at all. So, Jill, was like, I know somebody who probably is behind this, and it's Colin. So she goes to this island and stuff. And Kane, Kane is like trying to, Kane is trying to defend his innocence. But like Devon said, do you honestly think that I'm going to believe this? Because something doesn't add up. So Chance decides to go to the island. So you got Chance, you got Jill, you got Colin. Welcome back, Tristan Rogers. And Colin is telling this whole story about how we find out that Tucker, played by Stephen Nichols, who should be back for the storyline as well, and his lawyer, David Sherman, was caught up in a fraud. We don't know what kind of fraud it was, but they were caught up in a fraud. So then Jill is like, well, tell me about what was going on. So Colin was like, I was trying to protect some people. And he won't name names. So then all of a sudden, Chance and Kane, come to the island and stuff. And Colin is like, well, this was all Kane's idea. Say what now? So Chance and Jill are like, did you honestly? And Kane is like, caught in the headlights, like he's a deer caught in headlights. And because Colin removed the money from Kane's account into, well, we don't know. So the money is missing. And Kane is like, I did not do this. Like, why are you trying to set me up like this? And next thing you know, Colin rolls out, and that's how Kane left. Literally chasing Colin. We don't know what else happened. There you go, folks. So that's one. I'm going to ask this question because I've asked this so many times. What is your honest, see, Anthony, you know me so well. You know what I'm about to ask.
I know. Melanie Scott Thomas. Go ahead, girl.
Where did we go wrong at with this story? Where did we go wrong?
There are so many places that have gone. This is the Women's Murder Club. This is the hooker with a heart of a gold all over again. It had such potential. It came out strong, and it just they were trying to tell too much. There are so many things wrong with it. Sadly to say, there's been some very interesting performances that have come out of this. But there are so many things wrong with this storyline that it's just, girl. But I honestly thought you were going somewhere else. But
well, I was
continue
going to say
what
this. I mean, you brought this up real quick. I gotta say this. There were so many things wrong. Like, it should never have happened. It should never have happened. Because it's funny because Josh Griffin had made a comment in an interview, and that same comment was used this week when Colin said he was trying to right a wrong, and I was like, really? You really okay? And the fact that you don't have Devon in the front of this storyline and more of a supporting. That is an issue that a lot of fans are having. It's like, this is Devon's story.
Because it's his money.
How did we make it about, it should be Devon, Kane, Colin, Jill, Tucker, even Nichols, you could have came over. And, yeah, you could have Chance in it because Chance and Amanda's names was kept, going back and forth with this.
Right.
This storyline, epic fail. It's great to see Trisha Rogers and Jess Walton, and I say that all the time. I love seeing them on screen. But I had a funny feeling they were going to pull this stunt of maybe Kane was the one to really do all this, because if you come in as a con, I guess that's what they wanted for him to leave as a con.
Well,
I can't
okay,
believe
so
that.
I'm just gonna float. I'm gonna float the theory that I believe that this was all gonna somehow come back to Phyllis and Adam, and then once they couldn't reach a comfortable place with Daniel, and since the storyline really had spiraled so far out there that nobody was paying attention anymore, they quickly rewrote. And decided to end it and wrap it up. Hook up with a heart of gold.
They didn't have to do it. That's the thing. They really did not have to. I know this was one of Josh's original stories of, when Catherine, and the whole Will situation. And my thing is that they should have just left it as is. Let Devon keep the money and stuff like that. They did not have to do the storyline.
I want to say this. Were they to bring back Colin, a.k.a. Tristan, on a full-time basis with of course the incomparable Jill, Jess, then I'd love it. Or were they to, have snatched up Stephen Nichols as they should have when he left, when he was ceremoniously,
in the
put
air.
on, Oh my God. I swallowed my own gum.
See, we're all choking tonight.
Yeah. Then the storyline made absolute sense. But to dangle and drip and so on and so forth, y'all wasted another 7 months of our lives that we can't get back.
No.
Or at least 1 hour a day, 5 days a week of 7 months of our lives that we cannot get back.
Right.
Right.
What I will say is, I'm glad it gave an opportunity for them to create a character for Nichelle. I am hoping that, now that this storyline is going to be a blast and way back into the past, let's hope, that they extend her character throughout the canvas, because there are so many other stories. Go ahead, girl. Okay, then shock us.
Okay,
Come on, girl.
Okay, Anthony, we've been saying, everybody who's listened to the show or, follows on social media, we said we don't want younger wrestlers to make the same mistake of not having, how they should have had Hillary, mix and mingle up with like Kyle, Jack, and all of them. Okay, so I saw, now, they've been like, kind of titillating between Amanda and Nate, right? Okay.
Right.
I heard they're going to have Amanda and Billy. I heard it. And they're going to be in a bar, and they're going to be drinking and spending the night.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's some juicy soap. Oh, they can go real good with that. Oh, girl, let that be true. And
here's the thing. Because when I saw it, and it did come from a reliable source, I was like, thank you. Like, if you get one thing right, it's the fact that, look, I like Billy and Victoria, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, even with Victor and Nikki, you at least had Victor and such and such and such and such and such and such. Nikki was such and such, such and such and such and such. You need to do that on a soap. It's like you can't constantly be in the same circle all the time. When you have a character, break her into the social light. Like, okay, don't have a relationship. You like, have her mix and mingle. Like, that's the thing about soaps and single people. Mix and mingle. So yeah, when I saw Amanda and Billy, I was like, you know what? I could go for that.
And I gotta say this, I'm over the triangle in general, but a Jack, Billy, Amanda triangle would be very, very interesting to watch.
I said that
you would have some offset byplay with Phyllis, which the chemistry between those two women, whether they're friends or enemies, is off the charts. Yeah, there's just so much potential storyline. Oh my God!
Victoria would react to that.
Yes.
Go ahead, younger Russell.
The byproduct of that hookup could be story for the next year. That could be the umbrella storyline that we've all been waiting for the Young and the Restless to pull themselves out of this mess that they've created.
Oh, they're going to need a lot of work. I mean, this is like if they do it right, you would have a mixture of Victoria, Phyllis, Nate. If you're gonna keep Nate in Amanda's orbit, and yes, it will eventually lead to Devon and Elena. Like, you can actually do. Oh my God! Come on,
Oh my God!
Ooh,
Candice,
I just thought about something else about that.
Candice, did you get your resume in?
Oh,
all right.
Shoot! I got to. I need references.
Well, because we're running on time this evening, we do have to extend a very healthy, warm, heartfelt congratulations to the incomparable, the incredible Mr. Peter Bergman, who yesterday celebrated 30 years as
30
Jack
years.
Abbott. 30 damn years as Jack Abbott, and if anybody... Yeah,
that was a very
Dr.
beautiful episode.
Beforehand, but...
Yeah. Oh, my God. Peter Bergman, what can you say about the man, the myth, the legend?
One beautiful episode.
You've got to give credit where credit is due, and the Young and the Restless does tribute episodes better than anybody else. Better than anybody else, hands down.
And they promote it. Like nobody else's business. I mean, he was on The Talk. He was on Entertainment Tonight. He was on the CBS.com. He was on CBS Watch. If you have not seen the pictures from CBS Watch magazine, I think you should, because he is the Cary Grant of. Can I say that he's the Cary Grant of daytime?
You can.
Like
you just did.
He's the nicest person. I mean, I've never met him. I would love to. Y'all know that's my number one person behind Jeannie Francis. It's just
right.
You saw. Here's the thing about Young and the Restless. Say what you want, but they do the flashbacks. Like when they had the scene with John Abbott, I cried because I was like, Young and the Restless, this is one of those mistakes that you should have never made. When him and Jeff Walton, and they were like 2 years apart. I remember that with my grandmother, and I'm like, Jack and Jill and the scandal, woo, the music, the score, Nikki and Jack and Ashley, Jack and Tracy, Jack and Victor, the real super couple of the show, Jack and Victor. And next year is Eric Braden's anniversary.
Let's just put it out there right now. They've done tribute episodes. Let's do a tribute try episode. Let's do a tribute 3 days. Past, present, future. Seriously.
Yeah, that would be good.
They might do that with Eric.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They might do that with Eric.
That's what I'm saying. If anybody...
who else they could get? Oh, my God.
Candice, David, though, as we move over to Port Charles, I'd like to take a moment to enter detention and say that today's detention episode is sponsored by Disney Plus. Kudos to product placement.
Wait a minute, hold up. And not only that, hold up. Not only that, but I got to give it up to the GH social media crew. Because I saw the meme of y'all doing the Breakfast Club, and I was like, you know what? Y'all made some mistakes in a couple last weeks, but this was the one time I was like, you got it right. You got it right. I was like, you're paying homage to one of the best freaking 80s movies of all time. And, of course, Disney Plus, which, by the way, is $70 per year subscription, $6.99 per month, only on Disney Plus.
Because they wanted to see Lady in the Tramp.
Oh, my gosh.
Frank, we like our product placement. Kudos.
Well, now, see, Disney Plus that you did it. Can we get a soap channel? Holla. Holla at your girl.
Right. Let's start a hashtag campaign on that.
Oh, Anthony, I already beat you to it. That's what I'll tell you what I did. I wrote a really nice tweet, and I also was on Periscope, and I said to, the likes of, Kim Corday, Steve Penn, and all them, if everybody from all the 4 shows, if you're listening to the show, and I know you are, you guys have a voice too. And you also know that if there was a new soap channel, it would actually help gain more viewers. And, ABC is trying to experiment in 2020 with this rating situation. We'll see how that works. But, I'm just saying, some people got sick and tired of being preempted, and we understand the real world happens. But also, people are not home during the day. It would be nice if we had a channel to come home to and watch. So Kim, Steve, Ron, Frank, Nathan, I don't know the lady at ABC, I'm sorry. The new lady over at CBS and whatnot, Fred, Josh, Tony. Can y'all sign a piece of paper or a campaign for us to get a new soap channel? I'm just saying. Thank you in advance. Love you.
And honestly, Disney Plus, you can right the wrong of what SoapNet could have been. And SoapNet was fabulous. I used to love diving back into. But instead of running, episode after episode after episode from 20 years ago, have the viewers vote for their outstanding storylines. Another World, Guiding Light, As the World Turns, of course, All My Children, and One Life to Live.
Well, they would have to get Procter & Gamble.
And put some block, the Water, the Waterfall, Argentina, the Mindoro storyline, the serial killing storyline, just end loving all together and start up the city right on the new soap channel. But I know, Candice, I knew you were going to pants on that one. Right.
Storyline. They could have 3 soap channels. In all honesty, you can have a soap channel devoted to all the nighttime shows, the Knots, Dynasty, Dallas, Hotel, and 90210 and stuff like that. And then you could have a channel of original soap stuff, like talk shows and whatnot. And then you can have a merge of, or you can have classic soap channel and new. The thing is that you brought up As the World Turns, and I always say this again. People, please tweet, text, whatever to Procter & Gamble and let them know you want the release of these great classic soaps, because that's the only way we'll do it. But yeah, Disney Plus. SoapNet went away because of Disney Junior. Disney Junior is now part of Disney Plus. You do the math, folks.
Yep.
Now back to General Hospital. And the longest, saddest, and most boring goodbye ever. Bye, Cam. See ya. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
So messed up to Tam. That was so shady.
I love
Tam.
I love Tam. I do. I love Tam. But, her and Billy, my God, the miss and under and just flagrant, use of those powerhouse actors is staggering. What I do like, the one thing I will point out is that they gave the due to all the beats of, they gave Monica her due, even Julian in the back doorway. They gave the beats to all the points, but my God, they could have done it in 10 minutes instead of 10 days. It felt like she has been saying goodbye since August.
I know it.
I love the way Anna came back into town. But if you blinked or sneezed, you missed it. All I'm going to say is I don't know who this new Nicholas is. I don't know what they're doing with it. But please fix him real quick because I like him. I really like him, but I don't know who he is.
He's clicking.
What? Huh?
You don't like him?
I like him.
You don't like him, or you like him?
I like him. I like. Okay, let me just say this. I like the fact that GH listens to the fans and brought back Nicholas Cassadine, who's been missing in action in various storylines for years. Okay, let me just address that. There has been certain times though where I'm like, okay, I understand that this character has already been established, and this is what I always say about recasts. Usually with a recast, it takes 6 months to a year for them to find their footing and whatnot. And it also depends on the writing material. Now, the fact that he's going after Valentine, in a sense, reminds me of one of those movies like Clue. There was a scene where he was coming after Valentine, right? And you know what scene I'm talking about, Anthony. And when he's coming around with the crowbar and whatnot, and this was like really on soap Twitter too, and he couldn't get Valentine, and the way that he just like banged his head up against the crane, the pole, whatever it was like, okay, that's something Nicholas wouldn't do. And I'm like, okay, no. I hope they don't kind of twist what Nicholas was all about. Like, I understand Nicholas, like the whole point of Nicholas' return is payback. He wants to take back his life that was taken away from him. At the same time, I don't want a cartoon situation of, I gotta come out
he's not a
hiding
villain twisting his mustache. Yes.
Right. I don't need that. I mean, right now you already got, the first thing of having him be revealed to Ava, thank you. My heart sung. I was like, because I felt robbed of that.
Mine too.
But you got to keep it going because after this, because I seriously think they're setting up a Valentine murder situation. I don't know if that's just a soap fan in me or that's just because.
No, with Nina, Anna, Nicholas, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the whodunit that Shiloh should have been. And we're going to touch that in a second, by the way.
Yeah, but I just don't want them to ruin the potential of Nicholas because once this Valentine thing is, I need for Nicholas to reveal himself to Laura, to Lulu, to Elizabeth. Like, let him be more integrated into the cast, and I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, real quick sidebar note. Pay no attention to all those supposed spoilers of the romance between Nick and Liz, the romance between Nick and, oh God, right on my tongue, Eden, because obviously she's leaving. So, that website who keeps putting out these materials, just stop paying it any mind and make it go away. Now, I agree with you 110%. I would love to see them also revisit and end the storyline that never finished, Nicholas Dark versus Light. Is Cassadine or Spencer or Weber really? Is Cassadine or Weber Blood, more potent within this man?
Right.
Having said all that, I absolutely do think it's going to be a Valentine whodunit, and I thoroughly look forward to it. Now, did anyone not know when she was sitting in there with her beautiful, lawyer, who we are so glad he's going to be back on the campus? Did anyone not know that she was talking about Shiloh, and did anyone not know that man was not dead?
Oh yeah. Shiloh was gonna. Come on now, it's too easy that if Shiloh died. Come on now. Like I know GH is doing a lot, but come on now, he ain't.
Did who not?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it one more
Shiloh.
time. She is now going to be the new mistress of ELQ. Boom, and she's gonna be Nina's daughter. Boom, rock the Casbah canvas of Port Charles.
Ooh.
They are giving us too many red herrings for Willow to actually be Nina's daughter. Nina's daughter is going to be Nell.
Yep. Because if you think about this is why I said, like, General Hospital in the last couple of weeks under Dan O'Connor, who's the co-head writer, there are storylines that I'm noticing is kind of taking a twist. There's some stories that are coming to an end that I'm like, thank you, God, because I thought it was going to go into next year. But there is some twist. But before Dan, before Dan came on, I kind of suspected that, I think we all did, that it was like, okay, it's too easy for us to think that Willow, because it's like, oh, okay, you put them in the scene together. Oh, okay, there's that angst. Like, Willow's really Nina's daughter. Now, I do think that originally they were going to do it, but like Anthony said, it's now too predictable. What's not predictable? Nell being Nina's shop. Right? Right? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And think about all the storylines. You know she's coming out of prison and she's stepping straight into ELQ, straight into the baby mess, and oh man, the potential that's opened up yet again, General Hospital. Oh God, please, Dan, please do what we think you're gonna do. Okay, I pleaded, and I'm breathing. And last but not least, we're now entering the end days for Michael Corbin.
Yeah. I know.
Stella's back.
In tears.
Honestly, you know, they're telling the story that we all were waiting for with the incomparable Dina over at The Young and the Restless, and we may still get it, but you know, those scenes are heartwarming in their tragedy, and heart pulling, not really heartwarming. They tear at your heart, and there's a healthy bit more to come. This is going to really be a story to tell. And the incomparable Max Gale, kudos. He's playing it beat for beat for beat. It cannot
I know, and he was
be
talking
easy.
to you, Anthony.
I know.
Can you?
I know. Why don't they recognize that they need me up in that writing room? And on canvas, actually, because I'm pretty. I bring some real prettiness to the show, but you know, hey, hashtag bring Anthony to Port Charles. On that note, I think it's about that time, guys.
It is. You did.
It is.
You guys did wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, may everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a beautiful Black Friday. Cyber Monday. Beautifully Giving Tuesday, and we will see you all here in 2 weeks and 2 days.
Yep, Ed.
Pretty much.
Candice, you have the date?
I don't. I mean, I could get a date. You want me to bring a date to this? Because I can bring a date.
On that note, everybody, look for our tweets that we're posting.
What is that Thursday?
And
I don't even have a calendar in front of me, but follow us on social media.
Everyone.
We'll let you know the date. Bye, guys. Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit TakeTwoRadio.com.